Hey, how you doing? This is Joe Stump, and you're watching CMS TV. Pay attention.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave. Ow!
Oh, hey.
And there we are.
Ending.
I'm still trying to figure it should, in theory, it should just turn off and fade in, but it's not.
Huh.
I have to manually turn it off, and when I do, it just pops in.
Well, welcome to Wednesday.
Hi, people. What's going on?
It's a new week, huh? For us, anyways. A nice Wednesday afternoon.
Yes.
Gorgeous outside, 76 degrees. And beautiful.
Haven't been outside to notice.
I'm exhausted, man. Today was like, we were talking off the air, and getting back to work has been fun. I like going back to work. The Jake Underwood Show, fun. And 14:20 on a 9 to noon, good times. But getting up early is just not fun for me anymore. Like I did.
Was it ever?
No, but for 3 months, I wasn't. I could do whatever the hell I wanted to do.
Right.
And I took a lot of medicine, so I was kind of like tired all the time. And now it's like, get your ass up and go to work.
There was a lot of those when you're off. We were talking about this before. When you're off, it's so easy to just, you tell yourself all the time, I'm going to get up early. I'm going to get a good start. I'm going to get going. I'm going to get a lot done today. I got all these things. You tell yourselves all this. And then the actual alarm goes off at like 7:00 or whatever.
No.
And it's like, well, maybe I'll just turn on the TV and just watch a little TV before I get up. Or maybe I'll just sleep for another half hour, just another half hour. The next thing you know, it's 10:30. It's 11:00.
And for me, I was bedridden, so it's not like I could just get up and go do something.
Right.
So I was just laying in bed. And if you're laying in bed, you might as well sleep.
Yeah, exactly. Just close the eyes, roll over the other way.
So I'm happy to, go back to work. I'm enjoying it, and it's fun and a good show and all that kind of stuff. But I'm still getting used to the waking up part. And then today, after work, I had to go to an endocrinologist appointment.
What do they do?
The diabetes management team.
Okay.
Which is fine. I mean, look, it's not going to the doctor that got me into the mess that I'm in.
Sure.
And I hope it's not too late. I still have 2 limbs to lose, so I would rather take care of it now. And
Yeah. Well, and you could still lose the upper parts of your legs too, right?
yeah, so I mean, I gotta, just gotta do what I gotta do. But my blood sugar's been pretty good, but he said like weird stuff. I mean, I love this guy. He's a funny guy, nice guy. But he told me like not to eat Cheerios.
Cheerios.
Cheerios are bad for me. Any cream of wheat, oatmeal, all that kind of stuff is bad.
I would have thought maybe like I could see like Frosted Flakes or something, but Cheerios? Why are Cheerios bad?
I don't know. He just said no Cheerios. I said, come on, man. That's what they gave me literally every single day in the hospital. So if they were giving it to me every single day in the hospital, he's like, forget about what they did in the hospital. I said, okay, well then why did they do it though? Are you trying to kill me?
How about this? I sort of can't forget what they did to me in the hospital. If you'd like to take a look below the sheet, sir.
So no Cheerios. I'm allowed to have like a granola bar for breakfast.
Right.
Which is fine. I mean, I don't really want much more than that when I'm at work anyways, so no biggie.
So wait a minute. You can eat granola, but you cannot eat Cheerios.
No. Yes, correct.
That makes no sense.
Hey, I'm not the doctor.
No, I hear you.
So,
dude, speaking of diabetes, I wasn't going to bring this onto the show, but now I am.
Okay.
You know who I think has diabetes?
You.
Not me. No.
Oh, thank God.
No, I as amazing as it is, I am the one fat guy that does not have it. I've been checked as recently as a couple of years ago when I had COVID. I had them checked to make sure, and I wasn't even pre-diabetic.
Right. So who?
Britney Spears.
Oh.
I'm going to show you. You know how she takes all these weird, seemingly stoned videos of her dancing? But she posted one today, and look at her fucking feet. And it's weird, because usually it's just, look at her ass or whatever,
right.
When you're watching these things. I'm watching this video today, and I'm like, man, her feet are purple. Purple.
See.
I'm going to show you. Here we go. All right, is that on screen?
No.
All right, you see how dark her feet are?
No,
I haven't stopped playing it yet. Oh, it's not on the screen?
No, I see it at the bottom of the screen.
There we go. You see her feet?
That is weird.
Let me see if I can. There we go. Move us over to here so we get a better view. But here, I'm going to start her dancing here, just so you can see her feet. Look at. Look.
That's a little weird. That's a little odd.
That's not because I watched this like 7 or 8 times to make sure it wasn't shadows or dirty feet or whatever. I mean, that looks like something, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Play a little more. I mean, look at that toe.
That's a little odd. I remember I met.
I was going to say you might be seeing her at some of your meetings soon, Seth.
Yeah. I met Billy Corrigan from Smashing Pumpkins once.
Yeah.
And he had like purple hands.
Really? Well, he still has.
They were like really, really soft and like purpley.
Wonder what caused that.
I don't know. He was a super nice guy and everything, but when he shook her hand, you were like, oh my God, like they were like soft as like a baby's ass. Like, they were really like, not that I know what a baby's ass feels like, but really, really soft hands, and they were like purple.
They were purple, so it's like shaking hands with The Walking Dead on top of it. Like, Jesus.
He was a weird dude, but nice guy.
I've met Billy. He's all right. I absolutely hate his music, but
really,
yeah,
I like some.
None of it. Didn't like Bullet with Butterfly Wings. Didn't like any of that melon. And stupid me, I knew I didn't like their music, but I bought that double anyway. That Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness. That was like $30 at the time or whatever. I bought it and then hated every song on it.
Huh, interesting. I kind of like that.
And no, Brian, I don't have a foot fetish.
Yeah, it appears that way.
Why? Because I noticed her feet, they're fucking purple.
I was looking at her chest, not her feet, but whatever.
Well, I normally do. Lord, why do you think I'm subscribed to Britney Spears? Because she's insane and she's usually naked spinning around.
Now, my wife and daughter got to see my foot, the first foot.
Okay.
When it was taken off, like the first time.
Right.
Because I was out of it. I was already in a coma or whatever, and they took had took the shoe off and took the sock off, whatever, and there this thing was. And I remember one day, this is how bad psychologically I am or was, because I'm going to the doctors now. But this is how bad psychologically I was back in the day. I didn't want to go to the doctor because I was afraid they were going to take my foot off.
Okay.
And also, I didn't, I had a family to support and stuff going on, and I needed to work.
Right.
Hey metalheads, tired of waiting for new episodes? Crave the real raw classic metal show? For just $4.99 a month, you can become a CMS VIP. You get every episode a full week early, completely uncensored, and 100% commercial free. It's the only place to interact directly with the show, plus you score the Fast Pass, so your song requests get bumped straight to the head of the line on every live version. So what are you waiting for? Subscribe right now at classicmetalshow.locals.com and become a CMS VIP today.
And I wasn't going to screw around. I wanted to work. So I didn't go to the doctor. But I remember one time I was changing like a sock. And usually I would just close my eyes and put the sock on and put the shoe on so I didn't have to see it at all.
Okay.
And this time I got a glimpse, dude, of it.
Yeah.
And it looked like something out of a horror movie.
Was it purple or gray or what color was
It
it?
didn't even look like a foot.
Like it was deformed, like swollen or something?
No, like it looked like there were toes like smushed together. Like it was
like
one big-
Walking Dead kind of a
It was
look.
definitely Walking Dead foot, dude.
And what did you do? You just put your shoe on
I
anyway.
put
And
my sock
went.
and shoe on and said, "It'll be all right.
I must have sprained it somewhere.
It'll get better. It's gonna form back into a foot at some point in my life."
Yeah. It's like
No.
Play-Doh. It'll just reshape itself.
Didn't happen. It was one of the. I would put that on the list of bad things I've done with my life.
Now it's in somebody's bottle of shampoo or something at this point.
It's so bad. And I just remember catching a glimpse, going, "I'm going to pretend I didn't see that," and I just put my sock on and left the house.
I can't do that, dude. You can't just plain hide from it like it's. Well, if I don't tell anybody, then it's not real.
It's not real. And I know that that's what they call mental illness. Because how do you look at something like that and then say, you know what, I'm not going to go to the doctor. I'm going to let this.
Dude, I'm going to tell you how. Because there's people, and especially guys like you and myself, that have done too much doctor time. You know, you just fight it. You absolutely fight. Like, I know for a fact I need to go get a prostate check, and I can't.
Why do you need one?
Because I'm fucking pissing like 5 times a night.
Oh.
You know, so I know I need, and I know I probably go to the doctor and they'll hand me some script and it'll be that, that'll be that, you know, because I know I don't have to, Lord knows I wish I had a little cancer so I could lose some weight, but for God's sakes, you know, I don't think I have cancer. I don't feel sick and I'm certainly not thin. So, you know it's not that, but at the same time, just that, what if it is something? What if they want to hold me? You know, what if they, and I'm just like, I think I'd rather die.
I bet, I've been there.
I'm like that. But I know what it's from. It's from doing so much time in the hospital.
Yeah.
You know, once, and you could speak to this a lot more clean than me because it's been a long time for me. But even like the 8 days that I spent in the hospital when I had COVID, that seemed like 800 days. It seems so endless. The 2 months, I did 2 months when I got burned. That seems longer than I was in high school. It really does.
The first time that when I lost my right leg, it was like that. It was like, oh my God, dude. I thought like they were going to keep me forever. I didn't think they were going to let me go home. Like literally, I called Dennis Kucinich.
Right.
My former, congressman. I was like, dude, you got to get me out of here.
Help me.
Like, I don't think they're going to let me out of here.
Right.
And I remember him saying, Seth, it's okay. If they don't let you out, call me and I will come get you. And I was like, okay, thank God. But that's how crazy I was going being in there.
Yeah.
This time I was like, you know what? I don't even want to go home. These people are like so great. No matter, every time I push this button, they're like, hey, what do you need?
This time you were literally a Roku away from moving in.
Yes. Yeah. So it was a little bit better experience this time. The nurses and stuff were so great there.
That's cool.
It was cool. But that time I saw that foot, I thought, what am I doing? Why did I just look at that and it looked just like
Right.
this mangled bunch of green and black flesh just rotting off of my body? And I was like, nope, didn't see it.
Yeah.
Sock.
Do you have any interest to see, like, because you know there's pictures of the legs that they cut off. Do you have any interest at all to see it?
I mean,
Like, even if it's a weird, I want to see what they did type of a thought.
yeah, they offered to let me see like my foot this time,
Okay.
like what the heel looked like, all liquefied. And I said no. And they offered to show Heather, and she's like, no, don't want to see it.
Yeah. When I was writing my book, when I was writing my my Call Me Chris book, I wanted to put the pictures of me in the book, and my doctor would not release them to me.
Really?
I asked him. I went through all the paperwork chain and everything with the hospital because they'd been kind of sealed and probably microfished or whatever at this point.
Yeah.
My accident was in '94,
Right.
so it wasn't at the front of the filing cabinet. I'll just put it that way. And I saw them. I went to the hospital one day and they let me look at them, but then they wouldn't give me copies of them. They wouldn't. My doctor put a note on it that he would not even let them sell me copies of them because he was afraid it was going to fuck up my brain. But I do every once. I have a couple of photos, and I every once in a while I just slap them up on Facebook just to shake people up the wrong way a little bit.
Nice.
My fucking arm especially looks like a piece of chicken. Looks like a piece of barbecue chicken.
Awful. Well, speaking of awful doctors.
Yes. That was
that
kind of where I was kind of trying to lead you there, man.
Awful doctors today, we got to stop talking about hospitals and everything all the time. Actually talk about a little bit of news today. There's a lot of news.
Yes.
Going on.
And it's weird that I even know about it because you know me, I do not follow the news. But I'm looking at Twitter today.
Yeah.
And it's just Fauci. So
yesterday,
like,
Fauci's diary was released.
Okay, now why was he? And I have not followed this, so please enlighten me. Why was he keeping a diary?
Don't know. He was a chick, dude. I don't know. I mean, men don't usually, have diaries. We take a journal, maybe, but a diary. I don't know why he had one, but he did.
Especially when you know that it could be subpoenaed.
He was literally writing down things that were lies, like that he told people. Like, and he was writing down the truth. And he was writing down celebrities that he met. There's stuff in there about Barbara Streisand and Julia Roberts and all these kind of people. And then, he wrote in there something about the death rate wasn't as high as being reported. He was writing in there he had a pulmonary problem after getting shots, which is one of the symptoms of getting the vaccine. You have pulmonary problems.
He did, or
yes,
somebody? Oh,
he
wow.
did.
Okay.
Did you ever hear that reported? No.
I would have figured he was all on board for getting the placebo.
And then the using our tax dollars to fund all this research that was going on.
Right.
And it didn't come from some stupid bat at a market. It came from this lab in Wuhan. I mean, the stuff that we've been saying for years. I mean, my wife and I were talking about the same stuff as soon as COVID started.
Right.
Saying how ridiculous this is, and this guy's lying to us all about the 6 feet apart, the stupid arrows in the grocery store, and the damn mask thing, and all this garbage. This guy's sitting there laughing, making millions upon millions of dollars, and using our tax money to fund all this research that's killing people all across the world, dude.
Now, how was he making? And again, I did not, even though I had COVID, I really didn't follow the story. I just didn't care. It didn't change my world as much as it did other people's because I work from home anyway. So I was already working
indirectly with all the vaccine stuff.
Was he was hooked up? He was hooked up with the pharma companies or whatever?
And Johnson & Johnson and all that.
Okay.
And then he won awards for all the great work he did. And I mean, the guy was a celebrity. He sat down with In Style magazine, right?
Did he win a Nobel Peace Prize?
I don't know. Look that up. But he sat down with In Style magazine, did a full interview, right? Okay. And then today doesn't tell us anything. today 111 times.
Right.
Fox counted. He
Wow.
pled the fifth.
Well, you gotta
111 times.
Can't admit to the science being wrong. You
He's
cannot.
a piece of shit and a liar.
Well, I think we knew that before, didn't we?
And the sad part is, like, he has a full pardon. So he technically was supposed to talk. He's not allowed to plead the fifth because he can't get in trouble for anything that happened in the past.
And didn't I see that there? Didn't I see, though, that they're already, one of these senator guys is already filing the paperwork to hold him in contempt of Congress or contempt of Senate or whatever?
Yeah, Rand Paul, and there's a bunch of them that want it done because
he can't say that. He can't take the fifth. Yeah.
He has to talk, and then he has to tell the truth, because if he told any lies today, then he could be prosecuted for it.
Right.
Anything that's happened in the past, he can't be. He could have gone out there and said, I murdered 350 million people. As long as it happened after 2014, it was okay. But he said nothing, and that was against the laws. Yeah. The problem is, what's going to happen to him?
Nothing, because our guys are spineless. Nobody will hold his feet to the fire.
Contempt of Congress, I think, is punishable by 1 to 12 months in jail and a $100,000 fine.
You really think Trump's going to enforce that? Come on.
No, I don't think he's going to do any kind of time in jail. His lawyer got kicked out of the...
That was funny shit there.
You have some video stuff?
I do. Let me find that one. Where is the guy getting kicked out? Where's my thing? Fauci lawyer tossed.
Yeah, that's what I said, Scooby. He can get in trouble now if he lies. But
all right, here we go.
He can tell the truth about what happened, and he can't get in trouble for it.
All right, let's see. Whoopoo.
This guy's a joke.
Yeah, he's a douche. All right, here we go. Let me blow this up. Oop. Get some sound. Here we go.
An investigation of Congress. There will be repercussions to your refusal to testify today. Senator Peters. You're not recognized. You're not recognized. If you are unruly, you will be removed from the proceeding. You are not recognized, and you are not recognized, sir. Sir, you are not recognized. You are not recognized. Security. We'll hold off, but you will respect these proceedings. You were told not to sit at the table. You insist on sitting at the table.
All right, I'm going to stop there because I don't know the procedure to this. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. If he was told not to sit there, why the fuck is he sitting there?
I don't know. I mean, there's a team of lawyers sitting in. He even said that there's a row right behind Fauci that you were allowed to sit in.
Okay.
He's got a team of lawyers sitting behind him.
And this is what, his main lawyer guy?
Yeah.
All right. All right, here's more.
And we told you you would not be recognized. You are not invited here for testimony, sir. You are being disruptive. Would you behave this way in a courtroom? No, because the judge would put you in jail. I can't do that today, but I can have you escorted from the premises. So I would say, sir, sit quietly and don't say another word. I said, sit quietly. You are not recognized. Another word and you're gone.
That's another word.
So, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to hear what the attorney has to say.
No. He is not recognized by the committee or the chair. If he speaks again, he will be removed from the room. This testimony is from Anthony Fauci. This is not a game with his lawyers. He can advise. His lawyers can give him advice. He's got a half dozen here. They're all allowed to talk to him.
Yes.
All right? Yeah. But the attorneys are not recognized. In fact, the attorney was told not to sit at the table, and he's not obeying that recommendation. There's a row behind you, sir. That's where you were told to sit, and you're not. And now you're disrupting the proceedings. And so, look, this is the way Anthony Fauci wants to be remembered, for a lawyer not listening to the rules. That's the way you want to be remembered, and that's what you're going to do. You are not recognized, sir. Security, please remove him from the room.
The only way this would be better is if they dragged him out by his neck.
I know. But that was still pretty cool, man, how he told him to get the hell out of there.
He was like, beat it, fucko.
But, I mean, Fauci didn't say anything. It was just the most ridiculous. But they kept putting up charts about how many people have gotten injured from the vaccine or died from the vaccine. And, I mean, it's true. Do you have the Bernie Moreno one?
I do. Let me find
That's a pretty good one. Now, let me preface this.
Go ahead.
So Bernie decides that he wants to swear. Of course, it's the one guy from Ohio that is going to swear. And, so we decided on the Jake Underwood show, 9 to noon, 1420, that we were going to air because Fetterman talked, which was good. And then right after John Fetterman was Bernie Moreno. And so we take it, and not even 2 seconds into the damn thing, the guy's swearing like a sailor. I hit the dump button, and he swears right again. I have no idea what got caught, what went over the air. I have no idea.
Well, he does drop a he
Ohio was going to sit there with, hey, fuck this and shit and all over the place.
He does drop a serious F-bomb.
Like, dude.
I love it. I love it. I love that these guys are pissed. They should be pissed. This fucking piece of shit ruined how many lives? Forget even the dying part, which I don't want to say that lightly, like that's not the important part here. It obviously is. But take that off the table for a minute. How many people's lives and businesses and look, I personally am $77,000 in debt from that accumulated during COVID.
Because of the lockdowns?
Because of the lockdowns.
And here's the deal. It was all fucking fake.
It was nonsense.
For the most part.
Total
Look,
joke.
people got sick. But people get sick all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But this dumb bastard did have the research being done and did release it. Now, here's the deal. I don't like Trump for what he did during this whole thing.
I don't either.
This Operation Warp Speed garbage that gave people a vaccine that ends up killing people and hurting people. And, I don't care what you say. Maybe it worked for some people. I don't know. But it's not a vaccine. It was gene therapy. It was gene manipulation.
Yeah.
Look at the technology. It's not a vaccine. It's mRNA technology.
Yep.
That ended up causing blood clots the size of like my arm in people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, that doesn't matter.
Nobody cares.
Nobody gives a
The
shit.
guy who came up with the damn technology said, hey, don't take this. I almost died taking this.
That could be a little problem, right?
Wouldn't that be like your first flag? Maybe we should. One of the top cardiologists in the country said, hey, you might not want to take this thing. People are having bad reactions to it.
Yeah.
And then there's Donald J. Trump. Take it, everybody. Look what I did. Operation Warp Speed.
Look, I got COVID. It treated me like a cold. Stop it. Right,
I got COVID twice.
I got it once, but it was bad. Maybe twice. I don't know.
You got it much worse than I did.
Yeah. But even then, I still don't, even when I had it, they believe me when I tell you, they were after the sick guy. They came at me every day about taking the jab.
Oh, yeah.
Every day. And I was like,
when
nope.
I lost my leg, they wanted me to take it. I said, nope.
I was like, I wasn't taking the jab. I wasn't gonna, then they wanted to do the tube. I wasn't doing the tube. I had to sign paperwork saying that if I died, that my family couldn't sue because I refused to take the breathing tube.
The ventilator?
Yeah, the ventilator.
Yeah, when I went into the hospital with this last leg thing, right?
Uh-huh.
I never saw this woman again. This woman comes into my room, and she wasn't one of my doctors or anything. But she goes, yes, Mr. Williams, I'm here because I am asking if you want to be put on a ventilator if something goes wrong, and we'll keep you on that for as long as we can. And I'm like, no.
Yeah,
no.
nope.
And why are you saying I'm going to be on a ventilator? Get the hell out of my room.
Yeah. Yeah. I was the same way. I was like, turn the oxygen up to 100. And they were like, well, sir, you're going to have to sign a waiver. And I was like, bring me the fucking paper. I'll sign it. Because I wasn't letting them. I had heard too many stories about people dying once they took the trach.
Yeah,
so
they went on that ventilator, dude. It was over.
I was like, not me. Not me. And thankfully I did not, because I probably would have been one of those dead ones. So, all right, here's Bernie Moreno.
All right.
Let's pull him up here. Here we go.
Looking for your daily dose of classic metal? Follow the Classic Metal Show on X at x.com/CMSRocks. Get the latest classic metal news, honest opinions, exclusive clips, and full episodes of the Classic Metal Show. Want to interact with the show? This is the place to do it. X is the one mainstream social media platform we actively focus on, making it the best way to connect directly with us. Follow now at x.com/CMSRocks and join the conversation.
To idiotic politicians who enforce those rules, arrested that mom for watching a football game with her own family outside. When that story broke, I said to myself, I cannot stand idly on the side and watch this happen. It was about 6 years ago today that I decided I'm going to give up my businesses, sell them all, run for office, run for the United States Senate. Here I am sitting in front of you 6 years later saying, who the fuck do you think you were for doing that? It is a total disgrace what you did to this country. And if my Democrat colleagues are standing there defending you, I hope the voters of the United States of America watch the clips of every one of you doting on a guy who was more interested in being a celebrity than saving American people.
Oh, got it from Bob. Wow, he did not mince words, did he?
No, he did not.
I love that. I know for you guys it was like a little bit of a shakeup. Can you imagine what this was like for like Fox News or CNN or one of those that were covering this thing live?
Well, and the thing is, he said shit twice before that.
Right.
Before that, he was just like, "Oh my god, man!" And that's when I just pulled it down. I was like, "We're not airing anymore.
I can't do that.
No more Bernie."
He's unhinged, man.
But I was trying to tell Jake, yesterday and today, because, this has been the topic. It's like, man, watch it, because we're streaming on Rumble, we're streaming on YouTube, we're streaming on X, and
all over.
I mean, he's covering all the bases when it comes to streaming that show.
Right.
I said, dude, watch. You're going to get a view on any but Rumble. Rumble, you might have a good audience.
Yeah, Rumble, you'll do fine.
But everything else is going to be one.
Yep, exactly.
Or they're just going to shut it off altogether, because you can't talk about the truth. You can't tell the truth.
Yeah, I mean, YouTube, you probably get a YouTube, or you probably get a strike for this.
Yeah. And then I was watching, regular media.
Mm-hmm.
The actual local news and then the national news.
Sure.
Fox is the only one that's, hammering this thing. Everybody else treats it like a secondary story.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, that doctor guy, you might remember from a few years ago, he's saying something today. We don't know what, but in other news,
he wrote in his diary the truth of what happened. It's out there. There's 1,100 pages that you can read on Fox's website.
This guy wrote 1,100 pages of diary?
Just read some of it and you'll get the hint that this guy is just a lying bastard and does have blood on his hands. Whatever you want to say, he's got blood on his hands.
Oh, he definitely does. And he knows it. Otherwise, he's not pleading the fifth.
I mean, he said he never recommended lockdowns. And then he said he did recommend lockdowns. I mean, what did you do? He locked down this country. The businesses died.
Yeah.
People lost their living. I had to go to my grandmother's funeral. God rest her soul.
Sure.
And we couldn't get into the church when we got there because you weren't allowed to. They don't want to have funerals.
Yeah.
And we couldn't. Only 10 people were allowed there.
Yeah, you weren't allowed to go to a nursing home to visit your grandmother or whatever.
People were dying alone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And this piece
then
of
they
shit
start
didn't
counting
care.
people that, I don't know, got hit by a motorcycle or hit on a motorcycle, and they counted it as a COVID death because they had COVID.
Yeah, exactly. Or people that died of cancer.
Right. But happened to have COVID.
Had COVID as well, or found out they had cancer when they got COVID. And then they counted that as a COVID death. It's like, come on.
Do you know how stupid we all looked when you went to the grocery store?
Yeah.
You had to go one direction and then down another direction. Now, they didn't even keep track. You could be standing next to somebody in that aisle, but you had to go a certain direction. when you go into a damn restaurant, you had to wear a mask. But when you sat down at the booth,
Yeah, that was so dumb.
you could take it off.
That was so fucking dumb. Well, I'm
Because
sitting, so I'm safe.
The virus sits there.
Yeah, but if I
On home
stand
base.
up, there's a cloud this high of just deadly disease, but it never gets past this high.
It's like playing tag and you're on home base. You can't be touched. Hey, get the fuck out of here with this nonsense. How retarded do you have to be to actually believe what they were telling you?
It was pretty dumb.
And look, I'm not taking anything away from people that died. Because seriously, people did die because of the disease. I get it. It hit some people a lot harder than others.
Yeah. Look, I had it to the level that I was hospitalized. I know how bad it could be.
But
that being said, though,
at the same time, Chris, you and I are not that much different.
No.
Big dudes.
Yeah.
I smoked and drank.
Yeah.
Didn't eat anything healthy for me. And I got COVID twice, and it was more or less like having a bad cold.
It affects everybody differently, and it depends on a lot of factors. But I think one of the biggest ones was that you didn't weaken your immune system with the poison that he was peddling.
Yeah, and then I know somebody that got the vaccine and ended up getting COVID 3 times, more than I got it.
Mm-hmm.
My wife and kid got the vaccine. I didn't want them to, but they did.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them got COVID.
Yeah.
In fact, they gave it to me.
Yeah, I'm so thankful that I did not take that stupid shot. I am so thankful because I think I truly would have been dead. I truly think I would have died, whatever that was, 6 years ago or whatever.
Look, and everybody made mistakes when it was out there, but you know what? The left did try to deplatform people that were telling the truth.
Well, that was it. They did. That was the bigger egregious move to me, was that they just hid the alternate opinion, which as it proved out was the correct opinion.
They're allowed to. Look, everybody kept saying follow the science.
Yeah.
Well, there were doctors out there that were following the science that said, "Hey, no, don't do this. This is not right."
From what you're saying, there's 1,100 pages from the main science guy saying that it was bullshit.
Right.
Good Lord.
It's insane what happened.
Now, I know they're not going to do anything, but what could they do to this asshole? Could they give him a firing squad or treason, or will it just be some bullshit thing? Some slap on the wrist.
1 to 12 months.
1 to 12 months.
Yeah, for contempt of Congress.
We were locked in our fucking houses longer than 12 months.
Again, they can't prosecute him for that stuff because he didn't lie today because he didn't say anything.
Can they prosecute him though? If they, because I was reading something right before we started, and again, I'm telling this out of full disclosure that I do not know anything about this shit really. I know the bare basics. Couldn't they waive his pardon though because he violated by not being honest to Congress today?
No,
because it doesn't that void his pardon?
But he didn't really lie today because he didn't say anything.
But he's not allowed to take the fifth. He's not allowed to dodge questions on stuff that he took a
That's why they're going to hold him in contempt of Congress. But I don't think that they can. They were discussing that at the end, and I think they have a week. They're going to do it sometime next week.
Okay.
Figure out what they're going to end up charging him with. But I don't think that they can go. That pardon.
I don't think they will. I just don't think they will. I think they can. I just don't think they will.
One of the questions they kept asking him is, are you avoiding the questions because you think the pardon you got is illegitimate?
Oh, good question.
I mean, if AutoPen signed the pardon and not Joe Biden, is it a legitimate pardon or not?
Sounds like, and this is another different story, and if you don't want to jump to it, just say, well, we'll get there later or whatever. But did I not see also that they came out with something with like some video or audio of Biden like 10 years ago and he didn't even know the names of his own staff members and shit?
It was they released the tapes of the Robert Hur interview where they were talking about the classified documents that he had around his house and in his garage and stuff like that.
Right.
And a lot of that stuff was taken when he was vice president.
Okay.
And then he was apparently sharing it with other and had it laying around his garage. They wanted to throw Trump in jail for like 900 years for having documents at his house. And Biden, they were like, no, after hearing those tapes, I mean, he was confused about everything. Had no idea who he was talking to or what he was talking about. And then that's why they called him a feeble old man who they didn't want to charge him with anything because what good was he going to do?
Yeah, he won't remember that he's in jail from day to day.
Yeah. Probably cost
allegedly. Do you really believe that he's a puddinhead now, or do you think that he's like that? What was the guy? The Chin? Was that the guy, Gigante, that just pretended he was crazy and walked the streets?
I think this guy is as far gone as it gets.
You think he's really just a disaster?
Yeah.
He could be. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I do.
So why did he get into office? Because they could control him? Because he wouldn't realize he was being controlled?
I don't think he was that bad when he started.
Well, the thing that I saw today was 10 years ago.
It wasn't. It was about stuff that happened 10 years ago, but it wasn't.
Oh, okay. All right.
And that was just a few years back, a couple of years back. And he was a mess.
He was definitely a mess at the end there when they replaced him. He was a disaster. But I love what he did to the Democratic Party because they have not recovered from him.
Some of the best stuff that he did was when he was walking on stage, walked all over the place and didn't know where he was going, shaking hands with nobody behind him. There were a bunch of foreign leaders. I can't remember where it was. And they were like, some guys were like parachuting in. And all the other leaders are looking one way, and there's Joe, looking in the complete opposite direction.
Just think of how much better the Democratic Party would be, though, if they hadn't put all their eggs into that guy's basket.
I kind of feel bad in the sense that, look, I know I've had family who've gone through like dementia, and
me too. My dad.
It's not good.
No.
It's bad. But don't run for president.
Yeah.
And I'm more angry with the people that propped him up, saying that he could be president. Because, like you said, he could do whatever they told him to do.
They ran him. They clearly ran. I imagine Jill Biden okayed more policy than him.
Probably, yes.
Yeah. I just look at it though now. You look at because they didn't build anybody up at that time, because they put all their eggs into that, and then he was a lunatic. So then they went to the next available, which was Kamala, and she's terrible. And now what do they have? I mean, the two names I keep seeing that are going to run is Kamala and AOC.
Well,
they're doomed.
The thing that worries me a little bit, and I don't know if it worries me or not, I guess we'll see in November what happens with these midterms, but it's this rise of democratic socialism, which is really
like
just
Mamdani guy.
Mamdani, there's a guy in Michigan, the guys in Arizona. I mean, there's people all over the place that are Seattle. I think one of them won. Virginia. I mean, they're basically communists.
But doesn't this go in cycles? Didn't we have the same thing in the 60s?
And, were they winning elections? I don't know. Were they winning elections? I wasn't around for that.
I thought they were. And again, I don't know. I wasn't around for it either. But
my question is going to be in November, do Republicans beat these Democrat socialists?
I'll tell you what.
I'd like to think that the majority of sane Democrats wouldn't vote for them.
Yeah, but they
hate Trump so bad that they're not going to vote for a Republican.
Unfortunately, we're going to have 1 4-year period without any MAGA people.
Yeah.
It's going to have to be somebody that's kind of a moderate, right moderate, whatever that's called.
I mean, but there is no moderate leftist anymore.
No, there's not. Did you see?
Fetterman is.
Since I watched this stuff, kind of from afar, and I saw yesterday this is so dumb. Yesterday was the first day, I think, in a decade that I watched an entire local newscast. And it's only because I was trying to help my girl, Kelly. She likes Fox News, like not Fox News, but local Fox News, whatever that's called, Fox 8 News.
Yeah, Fox 8.
And they just launched, or maybe it's not even just, but they launched an app for the Roku where you can watch the news live. So I was testing it out before I told her about it, and I watched the whole 6 o'clock news yesterday. And one of the stories, and this is fucking scary, one of the stories they covered just nonchalantly, like it's not a big deal, is that the state of Ohio is trying to change the voting law so that 16-year-olds
I
can
saw
vote.
that. I saw that.
What the hell is that?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I briefly saw a story on that, and I was like, get the hell out of here.
They don't
They
contribute.
said if you're old enough to drive, you're old enough to vote.
Bullshit. That's nonsense.
I agree.
I
I don't think 18 is old enough to vote.
I don't either. I mean, at this point, look, I'm fine if you want to let 5-year-olds vote, but you got to take a test, and everybody should take a test. And if you can't name the 3 branches of government, I'll just throw something easy out there.
Right.
If you can't do that, then you shouldn't be allowed to vote.
I agree.
Because clearly you're voting on something you don't know anything about. But 16-year-olds? What the fuck? That's
the problem
nonsense.
we have right now is liberal white women are crazy. And
they're fucking they're nuts.
I mean, they'll vote for anybody that isn't Donald Trump.
Every time I see one of these liberal white women talking about how much white people suck, I just want to see them get hit by a car. I want them to be halfway through a sentence and somebody just runs them over.
Don't you know white people are the devil?
Well, that's fine.
They came out and said that being polite is racist, is a white thing.
That is true.
I guess I'm racist. That I'd like to consider myself at least a little bit polite.
If I say thank you to you, it's only because I hate white people.
Racist
Seth.
dick.
Yeah. It's my hatred of black men. Thanks.
Thank you.
Hey, you're welcome. See, I hate the Chinese too.
So crazy, man.
So dumb.
These people have lost their minds. It's scary, to be honest.
Dude, the whole world is scary now.
Something's going to happen.
There was another story on the news. It's just so weird because, as you know, I never watch the news.
Yeah.
I watched more news in the last 24 hours than I think I've watched in the last 10 years. Because I was interested in this Fauci stuff, and then I was watching the news yesterday. So there's a guy, I think he was from Strongsville or maybe even Brook Park or Broadview Heights or somewhere. He's in a Taco Bell, right?
Yeah.
And I guess they smashed his taco or something. He loses his shit, goes crazy. He's throwing food at the people that made, like, he left and came back.
Wow.
And then started throwing food and shit. And then when the guy came over, tried to calm him down, he punched him in the face twice. He's going to jail.
Wow.
He's literally going to jail. The judge was great. The judge was like, you're an idiot. I mean, the judge literally was like, you're an idiot. And this guy kept going, well, I didn't do anything. And the judge is watching the video of him punch the guy in the face. And the guy goes, I didn't punch him in the face. He's watching the fucking video of him punching him in the face. It was so funny. But then at the end of the story, you go all through it, and I'm expecting him to say, well, he's banned from Taco Bell and he got a hearty fine or something. 2 months in jail.
Wow.
For fighting somebody over a smashed taco.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's just, we've lost our breath. Look, when I was 17, 18, 19, 20, up to probably about 30 years old, I fought over a lot of stupid things.
Yeah.
I did. I mean, I'm sure you did too, because you're the same kind of an idiot as I am.
Yes.
Somebody knocked your drink over or something when you were 25 years old at a bar. You were ready to go.
Yeah. Yes.
You're like, you're either going to buy me another drink, or I'm going to beat your ass, but I'm not going to lose that $2 that I spent on this drink.
$2 beer, man.
Yeah, you were going to fight for it. And I look at that shit now and I'm like, what was wrong with me? This guy could have pulled out a knife and stabbed me to death, or a gun, or anything, or just jammed his thumb through my throat. You know, it just, the stupid shit that we did. But then you look at what they're doing today. It's like times 100 of what we were doing.
Yeah.
And we were stupid.
Look, I hate to say that I still have a little bit of like the road rage kind of thing in me.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody cuts me off or something like that. I get all
Sure.
pissed off for some reason because I'm just a dumbass.
Mm-hmm.
And I sit back and I go, what am I going to do to somebody now, dude? They're going to drag me out of the car with no legs on and beat the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Like,
Unless you
be
got
careful.
a gun, you're done. You know.
And I'm not fucking, 20 anymore. I'm
Mm-hmm.
50 and got no legs. Like, it's time to calm down and realize that you can't be stupid.
Yeah.
heavy metal warriors, are you ready to crank it up? The Classic Metal Show is live every Saturday night, 9 p.m. to 3 a, and you can blast it right on your big screen TV. Just download the Rumble app on your smart TV or streaming device. Head to rumble.com/c/CMS. Follow the channel and get ready to headbang from your couch or your bed. Monday through Friday at 8 p.m., catch the daily replay, plus killer interviews on Chris Aiken Presents. No cable, no limits, pure classic metal live whenever we hit the stream. Download Rumble now, subscribe, and never miss a riff again. The Classic Metal Show, louder on Rumble.
But
Dude,
society has gotten dumber and dumber and more violent and just.
The last fight I got in, the last actual time I threw a punch, was 9 years ago now. I just had this talk with somebody the other day. It was 9 years ago. And this is the longest streak I've had as an adult of not getting into any kind of a physical altercation. 9 years. And I'm just like, I think about it now and I'm like, what could happen that would get me to that level now?
Yeah.
And it would have to be somebody punched my daughter in the face, or somebody really hurt somebody that is like a friend or family. Other than that, cutting me off in line or calling me a fat tub of shit, or who cares?
Yeah.
You're so in my brain, and I don't know if this is the older brain or if this is just I've gotten lame and lazy, but my brain now is like, you're just nothing to me.
Yeah.
You don't matter. So why would I get mad?
Jake thinks that maybe people are pissed off still because of COVID. After COVID, it changed people to be more angry.
Well,
I think we were angry before that, but
I think we were angry before it. I think what COVID did, though, was took away the social graces, because during COVID, when you weren't even allowed to get together, and I mean, we did with family and whatnot, everybody did, but you went from having interactions, so many interactions with people, and not the ones you're thinking of, not, hey, I'm going to my buddy's house to watch the football game. I'm
just more
talking about
interaction.
Yeah, I'm talking about, hey, excuse me, could I get in there to get a Coke out of the fridge here in the grocery store? We lost that connection, and we all went to social media where there's no accountability. You know what I mean?
I think that when it comes to COVID, it also divided the hell out of this country, because you had people that were sitting out saying, I'm going to fight for my rights, and fuck you, I want to keep my store open, and I'm not wearing a mask, and I'm not standing 6 feet apart, and I'm going to go and do wherever I got to do. And then I also think after that, it's Donald Trump.
Oh yeah,
with this country again, because you were either MAGA or you were anti-MAGA, and people just started hating each other. If you walked around with a red hat on, there's a chance you were going to get the shit kicked out of you, or at least somebody's going to attempt to.
Look at how many assholes, and the numbers in the millions. Look at how many assholes were thrilled to see Charlie Kirk get his neck blown out. You would have never seen. I mean, I remember some famous shootings: Anwar Sadat, Reagan. Reagan especially. And I mean, Reagan. I think you were probably a little too young. Your dad would probably remember. Reagan was not this loved guy that he is now. Right. He was pretty hated. And when he got shot, the country stopped. All the anger, all the hate, there was very little that I ever heard. And, my mom and dad are hardcore Democrats, or were, and even they were like, you got to have some respect for the presidency. Got to have some respect for the president. Everything stopped, just like 9/11. We all were kind of wherever we were at 9/10. 9/11, we were all one for a while. All of us had the same emotion, goals, sadness.
I don't think it's going to happen ever again.
No, I don't think so either. I don't think anybody would care if we had another 9/11, honestly. Right. I don't think that you would get, the outpour. You certainly wouldn't get the outpouring of celebrities to help bring the country together. No, You'd probably have half of those fucking assholes. You'd have
cheering.
Jelly Roll and Alyssa Milano hosting a good I'm glad they're dead rally or something. That's what I figure they would end up doing at this point. There would never be all right, we got to get together as a nation. That day is done.
It's a scary time.
It is.
And I don't know how to change it. I don't think we ever change it.
No, we're not changing it. It's done. We are, dude. And I mean, while I've studied the Bible, I'm not the most biblical guy. But man, if you look at Rome burning and the march toward Rome burning, and you kind of take the thous and thems and that kind of language out of it and just look at it,
we're on our way
as a roadmap. It is the roadmap we are on.
Yeah.
The whole thing with the Jesus and the temples and flipping over the tables of the money grabbers and whatever. Now look at how little money matters now. Look, how many billionaires we have. And, even just in our common sports have gone from a tremendous salary was like $5 million a year. A tremendous salary now. What does Shohei Ohtani make? $70 million a year? $70 million. Money doesn't have value anymore, except to the lower class that don't have any. And I know that makes me sound like a lunatic dem, but there's truth to it. And that's, it's following the path that the Bible took. And
I don't know what that one means. Trump would
put you in an oven just as easily. Maybe. Get a half price sale for me.
Me too.
Yeah, that's true. You're half here, and I was half cooked. So
never seen that guy before. Maybe he doesn't. Apparently, doesn't like Trump, but
that's all right.
I don't care.
Welcome, based ghost.
I mean, look,
glad to see you.
Bring
the hate.
I like Trump, but there's stuff that irritates the hell out of me about that guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But what are you going to do? I mean, you're never going to find somebody perfect to run the damn country. You're just not. Name one that was perfect.
Carter.
I kind of liked Bill Clinton for a minute, and I'm not a Democrat. I thought he was a decent president. Gas prices were good.
Last one to balance a budget.
So I thought, there was some stuff that I liked about Clinton.
Yeah. Clinton was all right. I was okay with him
intern.
getting his dick sucked in the Oval Office, to be honest. He just shouldn't have lied about it. He should have literally just come out and said, yeah, she sucked my dick. So what?
My point is, he's not perfect.
Yeah. Cares?
JFK wasn't perfect.
Yeah. Guess
Reagan
what?
wasn't perfect.
I guarantee you that Bill Clinton was not the only intern that ever had his dick sucked in the Oval Office.
President, yeah.
He's probably not the only president to ever get his dick sucked by a man in the Oval Office. Not that he did. I'm just saying. It's happened.
Shit happens.
Yeah. I'd be willing to bet that 2008 to 12, there was some male-to-male dick sucking in that Oval Office. Is that when Obama was in?
Yeah. So what is it again?
Trump keeps us from being cucked as Europe, so it's hard. Put it on the screen. God, you can't read that either.
Can't read that. Look, man, I got to vote. Right. This is the discussion I was having with Jake earlier today.
Yeah.
I don't know who to vote for anymore with anything. And, I don't think any of the candidates are all that great. Like when it comes to John Husted and Sherrod Brown, I don't know. I don't like Sherrod Brown. I'm not the biggest fan of John Husted. I mean, he was part of the Lockdown Ohio campaign,
Mm-hmm. The only one I know you can't vote for is that fucking tard Amy Acton. You cannot vote for her.
Although when she put out a plan for property tax relief and the AI data center, she wants to put some restrictions on some of that stuff. And
she could stay home.
But I got to do what I got to do. I got to vote for on principles alone, and my principles are going to tell me that I got to vote for Republicans. So we'll see.
Go.
See how things shake out.
Brian says, "Don't vote. Nothing changes. It just gets worse." Well, that still doesn't mean you shouldn't vote.
I have a civic duty to vote,
even if it just satisfies your own selfish need to participate.
And that's what it does.
And you should vote for that reason only. Whether it does anything or not, I agree with Brian. It doesn't do shit.
No,
I don't think it does anything, but
Jake says if we all don't vote, it's going to prove, it's going to prove something to them that they're not doing the right thing. But if we don't vote, then the other side wins, and then shit's going to go to hell in a handbasket, and I don't want that either.
Then we'll, every neighbor that we have will be Raul and whatnot.
I don't see a good side to not voting.
Nah.
But whatever. All right, we'll wrap it up for today.
Oh, that went super fast.
It did. Thanks to everybody for joining the show today.
Playing along.
And new people that were there. Thank you.
That's good. Yeah, thanks for tuning in.
God willing, we'll talk to you again next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday. Yes, sir.
I have walking therapy tomorrow, so I'm looking forward
that'll
to
be good.
doing that.
With bars or without bars?
I don't know. My first actual therapy session.
All right.
Not at the prosthetic place. This is going to be an actual rehab center with doctors. So
well, let's knock down 2 steps tomorrow without the bars. Just 2.
Yes. Oh yeah, we're going to do it.
And then the next time you have it, 3.
We're going to walk in tomorrow.
And then 6 months from now, you'll be like, I'm going out and doing a 10K.
There you go. Not going to happen.
Didn't happen when you had 2. It ain't happening when you got none.
Right. Unless you put a whopper at the end of a stick and a string, and I walk for...
Unless Sydney Sweeney's at the finish line, legs spread open, saying, come and get it.
I'll fly there.
Crawl.
Yeah. You have dead, and I will make it there.
That's right.
All right. We'll talk to you next week. Have a good one, folks.
All right. See you, folks.
Good.
Hey, metalheads. Tired of the same old boring radio? Crank it up and dive into CMS 24/7 at cmsradio.net. Non-stop, the greatest, wildest segments from over 20 years of the classic metal show. Uncensored, unfiltered, and completely insane. Hear Neely's legendary rants, Chris losing his mind, and every wild character that made the show a cult classic. Plus, catch the latest full episode with all the music every single day at noon Eastern. Lock in now at cmsradio.net and feel the hilarity, the chaos, and the glory of metal history. CMS 24/7, because CMS lunacy never sleeps.